Now, let's talk about security a little bit. Let me log in again. As you learned, we manage our auth state here with the token, and we automatically log the user in if we have a valid token. That token is only valid for 60 minutes though. That is for security reasons, because if the token gets stolen, anyone can access your data, of course. Now that sounds very bad. Keep in mind though, it's stored in your application in local storage. Local storage can be accessed with cross-site scripting attacks, and cross-site scripting attacks are prevented by Angular. You can't output insecure code by default. So you got a lot of protection from that side. So your data in local storage should be safe. An additional safety net then is again that the token expires after 1 hour. Now Firebase would theoretically also give you that refresh token if we inspect the response we get back. Here, that refresh token. The refresh token doesn't expire. You could store that too in local storage, and then there is a specific endpoint on the Firebase auth REST API where you can exchange a refresh token for an ID token. You just send your refresh token to this API endpoint and you get back a new ID token. Theoretically, that's a cool pattern. You can always do that with every HTTP request you send. With every request you send an additional one where you exchange your refresh token for a new ID token, even if the ID token hasn't expired yet, so that you always get new ID tokens. And you could also get a new one when the user is automatically signed in with the functionality we added over the last lectures. I opted to not use that here. It's also safe because we can store the refresh token in local storage, and as I mentioned, this is only accessible with cross-site scripting attacks. Still, having a token which never expires and which you can exchange for a token which gives you access to everything could lead to security issues, or at least you should be very careful about protecting it if you are using the refresh token. That's just something I wanted to add. You can enhance the user experience by using the refresh token. You can essentially make sure the user is never logged out because as the refresh token never expires, you can refresh the main token even after a week. Just check for the token being valid. It isn't. Take the refresh token and get a new one. But due to that security thing, I opted to not use it and I wanted to bring this to your attention.